What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of IMH Show. We are in mid-January, creeping towards the All-Star break. So, Lang, it is that time to your All-Stars.
Our votes are due?
Our votes are due, folks. I want your starting five.
Okay, can we just say one thing first?
What?
Let's keep the fun police out of this. This is not the All-NBA team. It's the All-Star team. We want our star power.
No, I want the fun police to come for us.
I want this to be the All-Star game is supposed to be fun and entertaining, not the best 10 players in the world. All right, can we agree on that?
I don't know.
All right, my team's gonna have a little fun on it, and I'm trying to also at the same time reward the better teams in the league. Teams that had a good first half, you get a player on this team.
Okay.
Let's start in the West.
The West is so hard. I have like 25 people on the West.
Well, my backcourt's Ja and Steph.
Okay, so is mine.
Okay. By the way, here's a fun stat I was looking up. You know how many three-pointers Desmond Bane's made so far this year?
1 million.
131. He makes a lot of threes, right? Like we watch the games, Desmond Bane makes 3-4 threes a game. Steph Curry's made 192 threes so far this season. So then that's our backcourt. Our front court, I'm going to put Nikola Jokic in there.
I have him as well.
I'm putting LeBron James in there.
I also have. Are we going to have the same West?
Well, now who's your other player?
I have AD.
I am going with a player who's not a front court player, technically.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Hey, I don't know why I feel like
Phoenix Suns are 34-9. Devin Booker's averaging 25 points a game.
So we're just throwing mad shade at Luka then.
Well, the Suns have the best record in the league.
What about Chris Paul?
You got to have a player from the Suns in there, but I don't know if Chris Paul's beating out Ja
Donovan Mitchell
or Steph. The other thought is you could put Rudy Gobert in the front court for the West if you want somebody from the Jazz to make it. Although Donovan Mitchell's the better player, so
I'd go with Don, but I'm also just like a Rudy hater.
Who would you? But you got to take somebody out if you're going.
I don't
with
want
those guys. Yeah, that's the problem. It's tough.
The East is a lot easier for me.
Okay, who'd you have in the East?
Okay, I've got DeMar DeRozan.
Well, here's the question.
What?
DeMar DeRozan starts at power forward for the Bulls.
Well,
he's listed as a guard in the voting. He's
okay. I can move him.
Okay, well, who would your guards be?
I'll go with Trey.
Trey, I got that.
Would you consider Jimmy Butler a guard?
No, you know who I would put at guard?
Fred VanVleet. Miles Bridges. Darius Garland. Okay.
The best team in the Eastern Conference. I mean, the Bulls and the Cavs are right there.
Okay.
Garland's been terrific for that.
Someone from the Cavs has to make it, and I didn't know if it was going to be Jarrett Allen or
Jarrett
Garland,
Allen leads the league in field goal percentage. Mm-hmm. But I think the problem in the East and the West is the front courts are so crowded with a lot of great players.
Yeah.
It's almost harder to find guards in those places now. So,
I mean, East bigs, we've got Giannis and Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I would put DeRozan in there as a front court player.
Okay.
So then you get a Bull in there too. I mean, the other problem is Kevin Durant. Yeah, I know he's hurt right now, and maybe he ends up staying out through the All-Star game. But KD is the other guy who.
What about someone on the Celtics?
That's true. Tatum.
I would go Tatum.
But who do you take off? KD, Giannis, Embiid. It's tough.
No, I'd move DeRozan to a guard, and I'd move Tatum into a.
I mean, Tatum's almost more of a guard than DeRozan is. I would go DeRozan at forward. I would go DeRozan.
Maybe I would just ignore the fact that Cleveland exists.
No, you can't though. Like to me, you have to reward teams that played well. Or do you put Jarrett Allen as one of the bigs? You go DeRozan and Trey in the backcourt, and then like Giannis, Embiid, Jarrett Allen.
Giannis, Embiid, and Jarrett Allen. Which one of those doesn't fit in?
I'll tell you one thing. A year ago, no one was talking about Jarrett Allen as an all-star starter, potentially. And now these guys are in the conversation. They played their way into it. So
Giannis, Joel Embiid, DeRozan.
Yeah.
Trey.
And a guard. Tatum? You put Tatum at guard?
No one from Charlotte then? We can't go LaMelo? You want a
Could.
fun
You
game?
could go LaMelo. Yeah, LaMelo
You want
Trey.
a fun game?
LaMelo Trey would be a heck of a backcourt against John Steph. Like that would be.
Okay,
fun.
no, that's my pick.
All right.
If we're getting rid of fun, please,
That's a good idea.
I'm going LaMelo and Trey.
So we're just gonna leave the Cavs off then.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, look.
Good luck second half of the season. Cavs, prove me wrong.
There's 7 spots to put somebody else on this team on the bench, But I was trying to do it in our starters. Maybe next week we could do our reserves, all-star reserves.
Does Levine make the reserves? Yeah, right.
I need to look at the numbers. I mean, you got 7 other spots. I would guess he makes it.
We didn't even talk about DeAndre Ayton on the other side.
I know. That's the other thing. So we'll do reserves next week. Let's do reserves. next
Okay,
week.
so this was the starters.
Our starters.
If you're watching this, comment below your starters because it is harder than you think.
Yeah, you can't just.
It
keep
actually
saying,
makes me mad looking at.
Well, you can't just keep saying so and so deserves to be on because we know you got to take some people off to get people on. So
Who do they go in for?
Tell
Next
us.
week we'll get back with you with reserves. I don't know. I'm mad now. So see you guys next
See
week.
ya.